SourceFedNerd Anime Club, it's me, Jenny, aka ClassyLibrarian, and this week's anime was Naruto. And my quick review for this anime can probably be summed up by the fact that I'm now on episode 10, and at this point I'm not planning on watching any more of this anime series. And that's not to say it's not good, and it's not to say that I can really understand why this appeals to so many people and it's a fan favourite. In fact, I think it's probably the most well-known anime series other than Pokemon. I think second only to Pokemon. You can't go to a convention without seeing cosplay from Naruto. There's such an iconic image about it that you can probably recognise it even without seeing it. Even my sister, who has no interest in anime, has watched a couple of episodes of this. And it's so iconic, and I can really understand why. After watching 10 episodes, it's got such a really fun, upbeat feeling about it, the music and some of the script choices. I watched this half dubbed, half subbed, and they're kind of both equal, that there's just this huge sense of fun in the script and in the way that it's paced, and that is really appealing, particularly after watching Attack on Titan, which was so grim. This was a really fun, upbeat sort of watch. The characters are interesting. There's definitely a sense of fun about the characters. The fight sequences are really well done. They've left the world simple enough that you can jump in pretty much at any point in the series, or at least in these 10 episodes, and still more or less get an idea what's going on, but there's still enough clues that if you follow it from the beginning you can really build the story and build up the characters, which I really like. There's a lot of really classic escapism themes that run throughout this, and they're just really well done. That, you know, there's the elemental part of it where you divide up the nations by element, and you can build the hierarchy of how the ninja school works and all these magical abilities, and, you know, it's kind of like a progression system, and you can really see where it's going. And that's all really fun and really appealing and very good to jump into, and it has a really good firm basis that you could really build on, and see how the story could improve a lot. But for me personally, the reasons why I'm not watching anymore and the reasons why I haven't watched up to this point are basically the same. It's, for one thing, the huge amount of episodes is incredibly daunting. I'm a completist, and if I don't stop now I will find myself watching all, I think it's more than 200 plus episodes, and then there's the sequel series, which I think is up to something like 700 episodes, and there's just not enough time for me to do that. Similarly, another problem that I have with this is it's just not aimed at my demographic as an adult female. That's not to say adult females can't enjoy this film, but for me personally, the fact that this was written and aimed at young boys, some of the humour doesn't really appeal to me. The fact that the only main female character so far seems to have dialogue which is probably 80%, yelling other people's names in either panic or glee depending on the circumstances, and talking about her crush. I can see again how the character could develop. If I carried on watching the series I can see that she could get a lot more interesting along with all of the other characters, but at this point it's just not really affecting me as much as other stories have, which have a lot more quick-paced, dense storyline. The art style isn't really very appealing to me. It's not very pretty to look at. It's, again, aimed at boys. So it's a bit more brightly coloured, a bit more square. The action sequences are okay, but having watched things like Attack on Titan, where the action sequences are so well done and so engrossing to look at, this just doesn't quite live up to the expectation. And that's, again, please don't hate me, it's just my opinion. This series, I can really honestly understand how so many people could love it, and I could see myself watching all of this series, but I could also see myself not sleeping for several months, and that would be bad. So I'm calling it quits now. If you like this sort of thing, watch the first 10 episodes, honestly. See how you feel, kind of wade in and get a feeling for this anime. Don't pass it over, don't, you know, look at the first episode or the first 2 episodes and think this isn't for me. Just maybe up to 5 or 10 just to get an idea for what the stories get, because I think around episode 7 or 8 it starts to get pretty cool and you start to get more into these characters. So would I recommend it? Yes, have a go, see how you feel. Not for everyone I don't think, but it's a good time, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video and perhaps found something useful. If you have anything to say, please do down in the comments. I try and reply to as many comments as I possibly can. And that's about it. I will see you guys all next week. Bye guys.